really doesn't want to do class, which it's like, it's variations. But my ankles just feel like gunky, both of them now. I know it's some papers on like Swan Lake. Characters casually starting 15 minutes late. And we're changing studios. So here we go, Blue. Which I'm not a dancing character because I have a stupid Achilles problem. And I landed on my other ankle wrong. So now both my ankles are like, that's literally what they're doing. Why are there eggs on the ground? Those birds are tiny. Like, the birds dig the holes. What the heck? The birds dig the holes that the eggs are in. But I don't think that big of an egg could come out of that tiny of a bird. Yeah, at first I was like, oh my gosh, they laid eggs. It's not even the season. And then I was just like, wait, how did that small of a bird poop out that big of an egg? Yeah, but if you look at those are like, yeah, those are store-bought eggs. Darn it. I was so excited for a minute. Fun fact from today, I found out another one of my teachers also danced at Sac Ballet. I don't know if I told you guys about the first one, but like when she introduced herself, she's like, oh yeah, I trained at Sac Ballet, and I was just like, you and I come from the same place. So I like talked to her about that, and that was all cool and stuff. But like, my other teacher, he's like Russian, very Russian. He like trained at, you know, Bolshoi, like Russian ballet, and like was a principal dancer for them, and like traveled the world doing principal roles. And he's definitely like one of like top 3 favorite teachers, if not just the top favorite teacher. But he's just awesome. Like, he's not only a good teacher, but he's like hilarious. And Dimitri, he made some joke the other day about me being from California, and so I was a wild girl. It's like, oh yes, you're from California, you a wild girl. And I was like, how did he know I was from California? And then I was like, oh, he saw the back of my jacket, which is Sacramento Ballet Youth Ensemble. That's probably why. And then he was like talking to me today. He like walked outside and he's like, oh, it's so hot. You know, when I was in Sacramento, it was 110 outside, and we were doing beer and ballet in the studios, and they have those colored windows. And I know you're in the new studio now, but they had the old studio, and like the windows were colored, and there was the stage lights, and it was 110 outside, and there was no air conditioning. He was going on this whole rant about the old building and no air conditioning and having to dance in it. And I'm like standing there like agreeing with him and like having this conversation with him about the old studio versus the new studio and like Sacramento Ballet. And we get to a pause in the conversation. I was like, did you dance at Sacramento Ballet? And he's like, oh yes, I was with them for 1.5 years, and I helped stage this ballet and this ballet and this ballet, and I did this and this and this and this. And he was like naming off all these things, and I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. That just like made my day. Like, I don't know why it makes my day when like I find out like a teacher from like somewhere else that I like is from Sac Ballet. Like, I guess it just like makes a connection to them for me. Like, I don't know, obviously because my jacket, he made the connection when he saw Sacramento Ballet, but like, I don't know, that was just really cool for me. So yeah, that was a thing for my day. That was exciting. Now I'm just here in my dorm room chilling.